Hey guys, today's January 28th. Heather and I are going through our seed bank. We're figuring out what we need to order, what we have. We've got a stack over here of seeds that we're going to try to germinate. And just
they're just very old seeds. A lot of them are from like 18, so we're just going to do like test a couple, 2 or 4 seeds of each.
Yeah, and then I've got some bell peppers and different things that I saved seeds from last year, just to see if some of them was on the tip of my hat, just to see if we could, if they'll be viable seeds. So
right.
Make sure I did a good job. But what Heather's done is she's taken and written down everything that we want to order. We mapped that up with everything that we had.
Here's our pipe dreams for this summer. And then we keep all of our seeds in these, I don't know, are these like photo holders? And then we just label them. And I think we're gonna get another 1 or 2, because apparently we collect seeds as well. So.
Nothing wrong with collecting seeds. So then what we've done is we've gone on and marked down what we need to plant when. And believe it or not, today we are going to put some seeds in dirt. I went out to the greenhouse and I grabbed our little portable cart. We'll show you that here in a little while. And I grabbed all the framework for the little greenhouses that we have. And we'll link down below an Amazon link on where you can find those. They're super great. We've used them for 4 or 5 years now. We used them before we moved here.
We first used them in 18 when we were at the old homestead in Wheeler, in Concord.
Yep. And we've since added another one to it. So we've got some pretty good indoor greenhouses. They're a pain to set up, and then you got to take them down. But we've taken very good care of them, and
we've got a good system too.
Yeah.
So he built a tray and then lined it with plastic. So did you already say that?
No.
Okay. He built a tray and lined it with plastic so that because of all the condensation that develops inside the greenhouses, those, it builds up over time and ends up leaking all over the floors. And we have hardwood floors, so we didn't want that. So he built a wooden tray and then lined it with plastic. So we do have to soak up some of the water about halfway through our seed starting season, I guess. But it does help keep moisture in there with the heat as well. So it works out really well, and then it doesn't get all over our floors. Then we have a pretty big one that's like, I don't know, it fits on a 6 foot by 3 foot table. It's shorter that we do. Once we start up potting our tomatoes and stuff, we move them into that with lights on, which you'll see in a later video when we are doing some up potting.
Yeah. So, like I said, today we've got our seeds all squared away. I'm going to go out and do some sweeping off of our trays because I store them out in one of our barns and they're full of cobwebs and things like that. So I'm getting all those off. This Heather does not like spiders or cobwebs.
No stink bugs. They seem to come in on the wood as it is. I don't want them coming in on these as well.
Yeah. So we'll show you what we're doing out there, and then we'll come back in and get these things set up and show you what they look like when they're done. Yeah, so I had all these storage shelves all stored out in one of our barns. Yep, so like I said, we're just getting all the junk off of these, cobwebs and anything that collected on them since we took them down. We store these out in our greenhouse. And it's just one of those hoop houses with cattle panels, but serves its purpose for us. We haven't done a whole lot in it yet, but I lost track of what I was saying.
We keep these out in our...
Oh yeah, we keep them out there, but we learned that we can't keep the little seed trays out there. It got so hot out there that they melted and just got all deformed, and I tried heating them back up and bringing the forms back to them. Just couldn't do it. So every other time we went grocery shopping, we picked up a couple, and they're like, what are they, 25 or 24 bucks a piece?
No.
14 maybe?
No, they're not. They're like 10 or 12 maybe.
Oh, whatever they were. But we've got a stack of them now. We probably have way more than our greenhouses can hold.
I don't know. We have
But
pipe
that
dreams
just means
this year.
we're gonna get another greenhouse. So anyway, we got these pretty much all swept off.
We're gonna take them
I'm gonna
in.
bring them in, and then we're gonna start putting them together, and we'll show you some of the stages. I'm not gonna have you watch me put the whole thing together because I wouldn't want to watch that. But yeah, we'll go in and I'll show you little stages as it goes. All right, so these go together real simple. You've got to put a little bit of pressure on them once you get all the holes lined up so that they're all even. There's 4 shelves. When we take it apart in the fall, or when we start putting stuff out in the garden, I like
Probably
to keep
in the
everything
summer.
together.
And we take it apart outside because these pipes fill with condensation and then they rust and you get rusty water dripping everywhere. So we always take them apart outside so it does not get all over everything.
Like I said, we ordered these.
I think
we
we
saw 'em somewhere.
actually got them on Amazon.
I know Walmart sells them.
Yeah. If I can find it on Amazon, I'll leave a link in the description below. It's been a minute. I'm sure they still sell them, but like I said, we've had these for at least 6 years, so.
So, like you just saw me doing, you've got to push these down really well so that they're level. Otherwise, when you water your plants, it's all going to go to one side. So, I mean, you don't got to put a level on them, but just make sure that they're pretty much straight. And then, I got sweatpants on, so I don't have a knife on me. And when I put these away, I couldn't find any tape, so I used medical tape. So it's not ripping off very well.
Well, you got to put those posts on the top, and then those.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You can probably put it to the floor now.
Every year I do this, I struggle in getting it started. These go in there? Oh
No, those
other
brackets.
parts. Yep, that's right. Oh, it's gotta go. Make sure these are on the inside.
Oh, I did, huh? I didn't even try. Oh, this way. Oh, sticky.
There we go. Nope, not even yet.
You can see where it needs to. It's going in crooked. I can't do it from here. There you go.
Okay, so that's the first one set up.
Well, this is the tray that John built. Let me zoom.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Let me zoom the camera
It's
in.
just some old scrap lumber. I put some runner wheels on it, 2 on each end, 1 in the middle, and I can spin this 360. And basically, what we do is we'll take this tray, we'll take the stand that we built and put it on here, and then the other one goes right next to it. They've got individual covers that go over them.
They're in that
They
tote.
zip up down the sides. And again, you don't want to keep these anywhere where sunlight's going to get to them either. So they're shaped just like this is. We'll unzip them.
You can probably slip it over without.
Probably can, but sometimes you have had issues with the zippers. But for the most part, they work pretty well. And they've got little straps you can tie them on.
Which we do.
Which we do tie them. A lot of times, I don't like to tie them until I've got all the heat lamps and lights and everything in them though. So then, when water, we just flip these over. And what I'll do is the heat mats, still not running that quite right.
Yeah.
So we put a heat mat down here and put our seed tray on.
We do line the heat pad with cardboard.
Yeah, yep, because that distributes the heat
More
way
evenly.
better across your little seed pod.
Which
And
we
then-
can show.
Yeah, and then we'll hang lamps from up here and then each one all the way down. So that's our system for setting up our little indoor greenhouses. And I think what we'll do next is we'll get the other one built, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get the seeds that we're gonna try to see if they're gonna germinate. We'll get those planted and then show you what we got when we're done.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we've got them both put together now. I also tie them together. They got these little tabs where you can hook them all together. So I tie them in the front and the back. Keeps them a little more secure. But as you can see, we can roll this thing, move it anywhere we need to move it with relative ease. Now when there's not a lot of plants in it, it's pretty light. But even when it's full, it moves around just fine. We really like these. They've done well for us for 4 or 5 years, and I wouldn't even mind maybe getting 2 more, building another rack, and being able to move them just like this.
Yeah.
The other one sits on a table and it's long.
Takes up a
Takes up a lot of room. There's no shelves in it.
What I will say, what I do like about the tabletop one is that as I'm up potting, because these are great for your seed trays when you have just the little pods, but when you're up potting them into solo cups or whatever pots you use, I think we buy ours, they're little 4-inch, 3-inch pots at the Dollar Tree, the $1.25 tree. But anyway, we buy those and we use an up pot into those. But what I was getting at is as your tomato plants get so big, these only have so much height in between the shelves, whereas the tabletop one is probably half this size, and so you can put them on your tabletop and have plenty of clearance.
It's a good 2 feet.
Adjust your lights low and then go up as your plants get bigger, so you have a lot more room for them as they mature and get closer to going outside. So, which hopefully we'll have a video on that later. I know we've strived to video our seeds process for a few years, but hopefully this year we're actually successful in getting that done. So
we've got last year's garden was good. It was bad.
we neglected
We were
it.
terrible stewards of our garden this year.
Yes.
Last year, I don't know why. Neither one of us just really had the drive to be out there. I was getting over shoulder surgery, so last year our garden, we got good crops out of it, but we didn't tend it very well. I mean, I had crops go bad hanging there that we just didn't pick, just didn't get out there. I don't know what our lack of drive was, but we just
didn't have it in us last year. We just
it was sad. We put a lot of work into it in the beginning and then didn't. And now we've got a whole added section to our garden, which we'll show you guys later on, which is super, super cool. We're really going to enjoy that when that comes. And I think you guys are going to like it too. So anyway, let us get some seeds started. And again,
we're starting them way early. I mean, we really have no business starting them right now other than we're anxious and are excited for the growing season this year. But rosemary takes a long time. Lemongrass takes a long time to mature. Onions, we're going to start some of those. We are going to order sets to get in the ground later, but we're going to try starting some from seed.
Just to see.
And, just see how they do. You can let them grow for quite a while before you have to thin them out. So, and then a lot of it is just going to be testing the seeds we have because they're old. We're going to test plant 3 or 4 and see what germinates. And if we get good germination, we won't have to order new seeds. So a lot of it's just going to be testing and just getting our hands in the dirt, really.
I mean, we're not growing tomatoes right now.
No, gosh, no.
But we are going to start some peppers because they take long.
Peppers.
Oh, we're just testing those peppers
Yeah, the
also.
peppers we're just testing. Let's see. We will start, oh, we will be starting our peppers late February because that says 10 to 12 weeks before your last frost, average last frost, which ours is right around May 10th, 11th. So we'll be starting those probably the end of February, and then we'll do tomatoes in March. And so we've got a good game plan going. So
yeah, for those of you that don't know, we're in southern Michigan, and that, you know, we're still in the dead of winter.
Yeah.
And our last frost date is
May 10th.
May 10th. So we've
11th.
got a long time yet, but like I said, we're anxious. We've been thinking about it, and let's get our hands in some dirt.
I feel like we're starting anyway. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll get that going, and we're not going to show you doing seeds right now. Maybe we'll do that once we start our regular seed production.
Yeah.
So we'll go from there, but we'll
show you we'll give you a glimpse of our setup once maybe once we're setting up the heat pads and stuff, so you can see how we do that. So,
Yep. All right. Be right back. All right. So like they always say, through the magic of television, bam, we've got 3 cells filled with some of these seeds that we're just experimenting with to see if they're going to take off and germinate.
This one here is red onions. We're hoping they germinate. They were pretty old seeds, so we just broadcast them across here. There's not cells in here. There's no heat on this because it says they germinate at cool room temperature. They will get some heat just because we have heating pads below them and heat rises.
They'll get humidity
so they'll
also.
stay humid in here as well. There is a wide variety in here. Well, actually, these are lemongrass, some celery, and rosemary. We are never successful with these, so we figure we'll start early and maybe we'll get lucky. And then these are just a huge variety of different radishes and different peppers, cucumbers. They were all really old seeds that we have quite a few of. So rather than throw them out, we decided to go ahead and test them. So we just planted like 3 or 4 or 5 seeds of each one, and we'll see how it goes. If they work out well, then we'll plant more of them later on when it's the right time. So
yeah, and a lot of the peppers that Heather planted in there were from seeds that we harvested out of peppers we grew. So
Right.
I'd like to know that if I did it right, you know, if I dried the seeds right and stored them right and all that. So.
a lot of those, I mean, if they do well, we may just up pot them and grow them out and put them in the garden. So, because they're all kinds of different peppers.
Yeah. All right, we did want to show you the little hex kits here that we use for our seed starting stuff. We get these at Walmart. They're 72 cells, like it says. They've worked pretty good for us in the past.
I can't remember how much they're. I want to say they're $10 to $12.
Yeah.
If I can find a link for them, also I'll put that in the description down below. If it's not there, it's because I couldn't find one.
Yeah.
So
Well, I went to Walmart 2 days ago or something like that, and they already had their big seed carousel thing out. So all this stuff's going to be in the aisles here real soon.
Yep.
And that's exciting, isn't it? Mm-hmm. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and end the video here. We'll show you as things start to germinate, if they start to germinate and all that kind of stuff. So, you got anything to say?
nope, I sure don't.
All right, well, you know how we always end it here at the Hodgepodge Homestead. We love getting our experimental seeds started early, checking them out, and you guys should too. We'll see you all later.
Have a good day.
Morning, guys. Well, we planted all of our tester seeds on Sunday. Today's Friday, so it's been 5 days. And so far right now we've got cucumbers popping up. And again, we're not going to keep these. We do have a couple cabbage back there also. We were just mainly checking to see if these seeds were viable, like we said before. We got a couple radishes popping up. And then over here, we've got lemongrass that's doing really well. You know, a couple stragglers over there. And then on this end, we've got five rosemaries that came up. So that's pretty exciting. Rosemary's tough to grow. But anyway, I'm pretty sure we're just going to pull these. There's no sense in starting cucumbers beginning of February. So we're just going to let those go, pull them out, and keep waiting for the other things to pop up. So hopefully we'll get some more germination and we'll show you that. Anyway, we'll catch you on the next one.